Ukraine endured a massive wave of Russian drone attacks overnight as Moscow launched nearly 90 strike UAVs across multiple regions, killing at least 5 civilians and injuring at least 7 others, Ukrainian authorities said on September 19. President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russian forces targeted critical infrastructure and industrial enterprises across the Donetsk, Kyiv, Sumy, Kharkiv, Chernihiv, and Dnipro regions. In Pavlohrad, in the Dnipro region, 2 people were wounded, while in the capital, Kyiv, public transport infrastructure sustained damage, prompting large-scale recovery efforts. Ukraine's Air Force reported that Russia launched 86 drones overnight, including 50 Shahed-type kamikaze drones. Air defenses intercepted 71 of them, but 15 struck 6 locations while debris was found in 2 others. Once again, the Russians strike civilians at a time when the entire world, and above all the United States, is calling for peace, Zelensky said. He noted that Kyiv has agreed to diplomatic proposals aimed at halting the war and has presented Washington with plans for co-production, security guarantees, and large-scale drone and arms procurement agreements. Decisive action is needed so that Russia ultimately agrees to diplomacy as well, he added. Regional officials detailed the human toll of the attacks. In the Donetsk Oblast city of Kostiantynivka, a Russian airstrike killed 5 people, 2 women aged 62 and 65, and 3 men aged 65, 67, and 74, who were reportedly on the street when the strike hit. 4 apartment buildings were damaged, Governor Vadim Filashkin said. In Kharkiv Oblast, a 37-year-old man was injured during shelling of the village of Bili Kolodiaz near Vovchansk, according to Governor Ola Sinyahubov. Another civilian was wounded in Kherson Oblast, where 5 houses were damaged, Governor Alexander Prokudin said. In Zaporizhzhia Oblast, 4 women were injured as Russian forces carried out 376 attacks across 14 towns and villages in the Polohai district, Governor Ivan Fedorov reported. Even as civilians came under fire, the Russian military claimed fresh battlefield gains. Igor Kimakovsky, an advisor to the head of the self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic, told TASS that Russian assault groups had knocked Ukrainian forces out of most of their positions in the village of Shandrigolovo in the Krasnolimansk direction. He said Ukrainian troops were retreating toward the settlements of Alexandrovka and Korovy Yar. Despite growing international appeals for peace, including recent comments by US President Donald Trump, Zelensky said Russia has shown no interest in ending the conflict. He vowed to accelerate efforts to bolster Ukraine's defenses through the PRL initiative, expanded weapons production, and new security guarantees from Western partners.